Hello underachievers, I'm here with Corey and Shaba and Jamie. We are making a video together. So I asked you guys to ask me questions about what it's like when you're trans and you're dating a cis person. These two are together, one of them is trans.
Which one? Which one?
It's me.
I'm with Corey and I'm trans.
Ow!
So you got like a giant spot.
When is the best time to tell them you're trans?
I always say before it gets serious or physical.
Yeah.
Like, you can go on a couple dates and gauge things, but then as soon as it's gonna go into a different realm. For me, I would always just like, I'd actually have it in my dating profiles and just say it straight up.
But also when you feel safe too, because there are some like
yeah.
really horrible situations where people haven't and then get very hurt.
Once you know that they're cool with it,
Mhm.
but don't let it go on any longer than that. But you don't want to keep it from someone if you want to be in a relationship with them.
To be fair, I just tell them straight away. Like, it just avoids any awkward interactions later on, like if you've got to know each other and then there's one big thing that they're dropping in, like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm trans, because obviously that's a big deal for people. And they might have been like, oh, I really like this guy, and then found out they're trans, and maybe they're not okay with that, or they're not cool with dating a trans person. I'm just like, I just feel like it's better to tell them as soon as possible.
I feel like as long as it's safe to, because then you don't start getting proper feelings for somebody.
Yeah.
Say you're trans and then they're just like, sorry, not interested. I'd be a lot less hurt if it was like really, really fresh and I was like, hey, just I'm trans, and they're like not into it.
I feel like there's also be the build up of you being worried about telling them you're trans, and that's going to stress you out. And then when they find out, just get it done. Just get
Rip
it
that plaster off.
as soon as possible. Do you ever feel jealous that they're cis?
Oh.
I guess that's kind of more appropriate for you guys.
Yeah, I think if I was dating a cis guy, there might be times when I was like a bit. My dick's smaller than yours by quite a lot. Like,
but do you also feel like, just in the sense that Shaba doesn't have dysphoria, and Shaba doesn't have to go through this?
Probably early on in my transition, it would have been like, oh, it'd be so much easier if I was just cis.
Yeah.
But that was just like a general thing. It wasn't a jealousy or feeling towards Shaba specifically.
Also, flip question to you, like, do I ever make you dysphoric? Like seeing me?
No.
Okay.
I know a lot of people.
Beautiful.
I know a lot of trans guys have said that seeing like a naked female body makes them dysphoric, which sucks so bad if you're into girls.
No, I never get that.
No, that's good.
I just think you're beautiful.
Phew. How about you guys?
Sorry.
Oh, definitely, 100% yes.
You're jealous of me.
Yes.
Careful, you guys.
You got a dick, and you're tall, and you have facial hair.
No, I don't.
Well, you got a bit.
Yeah.
And also, you're tall. I already said that. Oh no, 100%.
I've got a big dick.
Yeah, yeah. And like, it's annoying.
How dare you, Corey?
Yeah,
How dare you?
no, because I see you living your life, and you didn't have to go through any of the struggles that I went through when I was trans. Imagine how easy my life would have been if I just lived like you. Because like at a young age, you were able to just like be yourself. Maybe not in every sense, but just like you didn't have to do any of the shit that I had to do. Because I see you and I hear stories about your like teenage years, and I'm like, wow, it would have been nice to do that. Because like,
Mostly with my dick,
Do you know what? I wish I'd had the chance to be a horny teenage boy.
yes,
That's hell. That is hell.
No,
I mean, okay.
I am so jealous about that. Because, bro, I was so horny when I was younger.
Yeah, but you're
I
jealous
would have just had sex with anybody.
Yeah, but
and I
you're
would have
jealous
been
about
fine with it.
getting an erection in maths class.
Yes, genuinely.
Like, why?
Because I can't do that.
I'm quite glad I wasn't a horny boy.
Because hearing stories about your life, and I'm like, that's great for you, but also I never got to have that. And now I'm kind of living like my teenage years now, and I'm 20 next week.
It doesn't cause resentment in your relationship, though.
Oh no, not resentment. I couldn't be angry at that. Like, that would be ridiculous.
I don't ever feel like you resent me.
And no, annoying in a way that I'm like, wow, I wish I had that, but not like, screw you.
It's not necessarily directed like at Corey.
No,
it's just like a general thing. Because I get it as well, but like obviously because I'm with a cis
it's
woman,
different, yeah.
Maybe in the same way that I'm like, it's annoying that you're white, isn't it? Because like, some things are
because you
easier.
go through struggles that I don't.
Yeah, some things are easier for you because you're white, and I'm like, I wish I had that, but also like, I don't hate you for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just don't hate me because I'm white. That's really nice to know. How to deal with feeling like your partner would be happier with a cis person. Yeah, I think about that.
For the record, I wouldn't.
No, but the cis person wouldn't be you.
Exactly.
I know, but like...
But that's dumb.
It was annoying having to get my tits chopped off.
Yeah, it was funny.
And having testosterone.
Yeah, but it was funny.
I know.
And I like stabbing you.
I know.
Like,
but then also worrying about like not being able to get my testosterone.
yeah,
And
but
being
that's
really
fine.
uncomfortable.
That's
and
fine.
Not wanting
though,
to go
like,
to places. And that's
but
fine. But
every with everything, there are issues that people have. If you didn't have those issues, you'd have had other issues. I'm sure you would have had to deal with.
Yeah, but there's still those issues.
Yeah, those ones are annoying because there's not much you can do about them. But then, like everyone in life has issues.
For me, it came with time and like just security in the relationship and stuff, and being like, no, like she's still with me. Like, this stuff doesn't bother
Yeah.
SHAABA. And it was like, actually, my anxiety was kind of more of an issue in our relationship than me being trans.
It's true.
Well,
Like, and then it was like, SHAABA, you literally slept on the floor for 6 days in the hospital when I had lower surgery.
The blood. Oh, the blood.
Yeah, and it was horrific for you. And it was just like, oh, well, you put up with that. Like, I feel bad that you did that, but
No,
like,
you shouldn't.
you love me.
so you do cute things when you make videos. We're just like, absolutely not.
No,
Say,
you
yeah,
guys,
it's
you guys
actually
are actually
cute.
cute in your own way.
Yeah.
You try
You
not
are.
to be cute, but
We don't try not to be. We just.
I
No,
try
no,
not to.
okay.
Comment below. They're pretty cute.
They are.
They are pretty cute.
yeah,
Kind of
That's
that.
good.
Did you think no cis person would love you because I do?
yeah,
Yeah.
I actually thought no one would
Oh.
love me.
I
Yeah.
read that as because I do love you, but it's because I think that no one.
Yeah.
will-
Oh,
okay.
right.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, I legit was like, I started transitioning and I was like, okay, this is me just like resigning myself to never finding love.
Yeah.
I need to live as myself, but I'm just like, I'm not going to find love as a trans person, especially from a cis person.
Yeah, because I felt like even when I was like a girl, I didn't look like a girl, I looked like a boy, and at that point I was like, no guy is gonna want to date me because I look and act like a boy. And then when I transitioned, I was like, nobody's gonna want to date me because I don't have a dick, and I'm only into guys. So guys that would want to date me, they'd either be gay guys that would be missing a dick, or bi guys that would, I don't know. There was never an issue with bi guys.
There are so many other things that are wrong with you that make someone want.
You're such a twat in many other ways.
That is like maybe the sick thing down on the
I was worried about them not loving me, but I was also worried about never having sex. I was like, no one's ever going to be sexually attracted to me.
Well, we'll get there one day.
Stop making jokes!
Early on my transition, like when I first started transitioning and stuff, when I had those feelings of like I'm not going to find love,
Yeah.
sex wasn't even on the table because I just was like,
Ew.
ew.
Also,
Look,
I just realised that my top is dirty. I was going to change it.
Let's
but I
change
didn't.
it. Just
That's
change it to
okay.
one of the other identical white tank tops that you've got.
They're on the door. Right, so we said we would involve one question about sex, and it had to be very general, so we could say whatever we wanted without people being creepy. So, how is sex? Is anything difficult?
I wouldn't say it's difficult. I would say it's hard, but
Oh my god, Corey! I
Like-
think it's just different, but
It's-
not in a negative way. And like people think it's a much bigger deal than it actually is.
think in your head about how sex will be. That's how it is. Like
It's really not
it's,
rocket science,
it's not
guys.
that difficult.
The only issue is like communication, and then if, obviously trans people are going to be more uncomfortable than probably most cis people with sex.
Mm.
But if you communicate with what makes you uncomfortable, and if your partner's nice, they won't do that, then that's the only issue really. You
Don't
just
look at me like that.
it's the same with any couple. You just communicate what makes you
Yeah.
comfortable and what doesn't.
Stop caring about other people's sex lives. You wouldn't go up to like a cis couple and be like, "So how are you two? How often are you guys? Are you guys
often?
comfortable?
How often?
How often are you doing it? Does it make you uncomfortable when he does this?" You wouldn't say that to anyone else. And I know you're curious. It's not something you need to know.
But it's also like learning, but when trans people ask, I'm like a bit more forgiving, but
Yeah.
at the same time I'm just like
Only
knowing
if it's
how
raised from a point of education and not
but
curiosity.
I'm still like knowing how I, as a trans man at this stage in transition, have sex with a cis woman
Yeah.
will not help your situation.
No.
Mm.
And even if I was in the exact same type of trans cis situation as you, it's still not going to be that useful. You need to discuss boundaries with your own partner and explore and like just learn what both of you are comfortable with.
Basically, talk,
Hmm.
communicate with your partner, don't care if it's anyone else.
And have fun.
If you really, really want to know, just Google it.
It's the same as having sex with literally anyone. Just go at your own pace and make sure everyone is comfortable.
Do you have any big insecurities about the romantic or sexual aspects of the relationship because of being trans?
I used to,
Mm.
but then like since I've had like surgery and everything,
Yeah.
I'm
I feel like it's different because I'm with a guy. If you're with a guy, you're usually a girl.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of like doing things like holding your hand. I'd be like, oh, I look feminine doing this because I'm a lot shorter than you.
Oh
and I'm a lot
yeah.
smaller than you.
I guess I don't ever see it that way.
No, of
No,
course
like
you wouldn't.
obviously there's kind of like gender roles. So like if,
Yeah.
if ever just naturally in a relationship you fall into one of those, and you happen to be in the one of a woman in one case,
Yeah,
I can see how that could make you uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But ultimately,
but we don't have that.
no, I don't. Do I?
Do you
No.
ever get that? Because you
What?
obviously take up quite a lot of the stereotypically feminine stuff.
don't care just because I clean.
yeah,
All I'm saying is, if you walk down a
that's the
street,
girly thing.
I'm the one that would do something if like something happened. Does that bug you?
No.
Okay.
I'm always like everybody's like oh like so I don't care if like SHAABA goes out on her own at night because
Yeah,
I'm just like SHAABA could look after herself.
Yeah.
She knows karate. And like, no,
So cringe.
but it's just like, I'm not gonna worry more about you because you're a woman. Like, I know that
Or less
you
for
can.
yourself because you're a guy.
I
He is
do.
a guy, yes.
No.
No, I do feel safer since I transitioned and started
Do you?
testosterone.
Yes and no. I don't know, because I was hate crime before, and someone was just like, it's because you're gay. But then I asked my dad, and he asked his friends, he was like, I look at Noah and I don't think he's obviously gay. I never really used to be scared of going outside, but now the only issue would be if someone knew me from online and knew I was trans, or knew I was gay, that would be an
Yeah.
issue. But then also about the insecurity thing, the one thing I don't like is feeling like I have to be protected. But that's
Yeah.
because it's seen as like a girly thing, and so I just really don't like that.
I'd sometimes feel like I need, not to protect you, but I feel defensive. Just because, obviously, the hate crime happened. I'm much bigger and more intimidating than most of the people that I know. And I know that if anything were to happen, me standing there behind you, you'd be a lot safer than you
But that's
walking
not
on
just
your
'cause
own.
of-
That's not just because of you.
it's
Like, I do the
Corey's just a
same.
really
No, no,
I
no, I
do
know
this-
that.
like, and I do the same with any, like, with so many of my other friends.
No, no.
I'll always just want to be able to be there to step in.
No, I get
But
that.
that's not a
it's-
case of, like, that would be the same regardless of anything about you.
No, I do get that, but then again, it's always just going to be an insecurity.
No, fair
So I'm
enough.
just like, I don't like feeling like I'm, because I know I'm the little one, like I'm smaller, but I don't feel like I'm little and need to be like protected, because like, I don't feel like I actually need to be protected.
You're not. You're a big boy.
No, you
Thank
don't
you.
need to be
You're a
protected.
big-
I know, no, but like people will see me and the way they'll act about me sometimes if they don't know me very well, they'll be like, oh, I need to look after Noah, and I'm like, no, you don't.
You really do not.
You
need
You
to look
really
after
do
them.
not. Do you think your cis partners are more qualified to talk about trans topics just because their significant other is trans?
That is such
That's
a
an
good
interesting
question.
one.
It's
See,
difficult
yeah.
because you could also like relate that to race because
Yeah.
we're both white with people of color,
Yeah.
and like I don't feel
Answering
like
that one, I feel like you are more qualified.
Than another
Yeah.
white person.
I never realised how much racism is still around. One of my best friends is called Klob, and they're black, and I never experienced anything like racist around them. But since I've been with Corey, we've gone to festivals, and people have directly come up to him like 4 times at one festival. They're like, "Hey, you look like a guy who knows where to get drugs." And just little things like that, like he got stopped at a train station for no reason.
For no reason. Pulling this onto race for a bit, like, I know that my family that are white, they're much more clued in about that, to the point that if I say something like, this seemingly innocuous thing, it felt racist, they just agree because they know that it happens so often. And I feel like the same, like, with trans things,
Yeah.
where other people would kind of overlook it, I feel like I'm a little bit more
Preach.
switched on
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
pay
Yeah,
attention.
no.
I agree with that.
Absolutely.
Like, obviously, like you said about like race as well. Like, I don't feel like they're overly qualified to talk over trans people. I've opened up to Corey more than anyone else, other than like my trans friends, about being trans and like stuff I go through with that. So he's clued up on that. So
Mm.
I don't want to say they're
Oh,
more
yeah.
qualified because that makes them seem like we're better than other cis people and we can talk
You went
to
and
trans
got a degree
people.
in trans. now.
I
Yeah.
think we're less ignorant
More
than
woke.
other...
Yeah, you're less
than-
You're
ignorant.
more woke.
More woke.
Yeah.
I would definitely say that, like, if you overheard some cis people talking trans issues and they were getting it all wrong,
Yeah.
you are perfectly able to, like, go over and, like, correct them and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
But, so, yeah, you do know a lot about trans stuff.
But I would also never phrase it, obviously, as personal experience. I would always
Oh,
say,
yeah.
like, I'm clearly cis, but having been with Jamie, I know that, and obviously I can
Mhm.
rehearse, like, your answers to so many things.
But it's just
because
like
of
in
how much
that
we talk about it.
panel at CIS when it was talking about like the experiences of people of color, like
Yeah.
I related it to our relationship and seeing what you experience rather than
Yeah.
saying like, oh, I know this.
And I would
It's
never
like
get,
I've seen SHAABA
like-
experience this.
I
Yeah.
would feel happy if you did that about race. Like, I would want you to
Yeah.
talk out for me if I was absent.
Because that's a case of it's a case of not speaking over, or it's using someone else's words, so you are amplifying their voice. But because it's coming out of you, it's more likely to be listened to as well.
Basically, you're a brown
Yeah.
loudspeaker.
And you're a trans one. But it can be important because like cis people are more listened to than trans
Of
people,
course,
and
yeah.
white people
It's
are
that
more listened to.
privilege, for
Yeah,
sure.
they
There's a
need to
word
burp.
more than 2 syllables. Let's say again.
Do you ever feel embarrassed about being trans while in a relationship?
No, not anymore. I used to feel inadequate.
Yeah.
And like, I used to feel like, oh, is SHAABA like comfortable saying that her partner is trans? Does she feel anything negative about that? But like, not for, I've not felt anything like that for ages.
I do feel embarrassed just because I'm little. Because I feel like, I know it's dumb, but like, I'm smaller
It's
because
not
I'm trans.
dumb.
It's
No.
not
how you
done.
feel,
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just like sometimes I'll be with him and I'll look up and everyone else, we're like going to a party.
Yeah,
we'll be at a
but-
party and everyone is your height, and then I'm just like the little trans guy in
Yeah,
the
but
corner.
the thing is, you think that, But then I can sit here right now and name like 3 people that are within your height range
Oh,
that
yeah,
are
just
cis
like
guys.
cis-
Yeah, but they have
Trans.
dicks.
Okay.
They have the dick aura.
I have enough for both of us.
I was gonna say something, but then you said something also, and then I forgot. What amount of time together are you then comfortable to be naked in front of your partner? How long
how
did
long
it
till
take
you
you
were
to be
comfortable?
comfortable?
It wasn't until Chit Shop.
No, I was never naked in front of anyone until I got my tits chopped off.
It took a while, and it happened in stages.
I just let Jamie lead the entire process.
Yeah, like SHAABA was literally just like, whenever you're ready, we'll do it, like at whatever pace.
I was also uncomfortable with nakedness for different reasons.
But we
so I
got
think-
together really young as well.
Yeah.
We were like 17, and it took us months to get to a stage of like.
Sex also isn't a huge deal for us, so probably like we didn't jump into it as much as or as quickly as I don't know other couples probably would.
I don't think
Oh,
even
wow.
being naked in front of each other it's not a sex thing. Not even necessarily. It's just
Letting.
it's a
Yeah.
comfort.
A vulnerability. Thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like if you like, it's a case of I'm getting changed for work in the morning. I'm
You
not
actually
gonna.
counting months.
Yeah, because I got my tits chopped off in January.
Oh.
I think it was after kind of top surgery that I was comfortable
Fully
to be
comfortable.
casually naked.
Yeah.
there's
It
a
was
difference.
always before. It was always in the scenario where you like would be naked and it was under covers and
Yeah.
like
Lights
dark
on.
and
Yeah.
so like actually like in front of you it was a while. Now if like
Whatever,
if I'd
yeah.
met you when I was at this stage of transition, I would probably be fairly
Well.
quickly.
Yeah.
First
As in,
day, I
no,
turn around. Oh.
no, but as soon as we were like comfortable with each other in that way, I would be fine with it because I'm a lot more comfortable with my body.
Sorry, I have to change
Like
the
I'm not
SD card.
perfect.
Oh, right.
There we go.
The naked thing was just awkward because I obviously had tits and I didn't want to see. And yeah, they're gone now. You can squeeze them. So I used to have to turn around and take my binder off, and Crow would have to be turned around, and then I'd turn the lights off and put like a sports bra on because I couldn't see with a binder, and then I'd put a pillow in front of me and I'd hug the pillow so that if he tried to spoon me, he'd be touching the pillow. So like naked was never a thing until I got top surgery.
There was literally
Yeah.
once where you left the sports bra at home
Yeah,
and you went to sleep without it,
yeah,
and then I woke up and you were wearing a binder, like
yeah.
asleep.
I feel like as
Yeah.
well an important point to mention is that sometimes you are okay with it and then like we go so many steps forward and then
Oh,
7
yeah,
steps
yeah,
back.
and then, like,
it
I go
wasn't a
right
linear
back.
thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes like you'd be comfortable
Mm.
and then you would be so not comfortable. Like it's not like when you're comfortable you're then always comfortable.
Yeah.
It can be a case by case basis.
Yeah.
So, that's the last question.
Yay.
If you've got any more questions,
That
comment
was the
below. Yeah, that was the last question.
Okay.
So, before you finish your YouTube spree for the night, make sure you go check out the other video we filmed on Jamie's channel, and it's about cis people dating trans people.
Answer the other question.
the other
Yeah, the other
question.
side of the view.
Go watch it. It's fun.
It's fun. We
Yeah.
haven't filmed it yet.
It's really
Not
good.
fun.
But yeah,
It will be fun.
have a good day, then. See you later, losers. Goodbye.
Bye.
We then punch.
Alright.
We all punch.
Punch.
Have a punch. Bye. Have a
You
punch.
didn't punch. You
I feel
didn't punch.
bad, I don't
Just
Punch. No,
punch.
honestly, like. Thanks.
When you say have a good day or don't, I heard have a good dildo.